All right, hey everyone. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live. Hang on a minute. All right. Okay, so yeah, give me a minute here. Okay. All right. So yeah. All right. So anyways, all right. So we are gonna hold on a sec here. Let me. All right. Okay. So anyway, yeah. All right. Hmm. So, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, welcome to Big Jim's Blogcast Live. Hold on. All right. So, yeah. Hmm, all right. So, share. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Share. All right, people. I'm going to share on my to. Okay. Let's see. Change it over. Mm, all right. Okay. So yeah, welcome to Big Jim's Blogcast Live. Give me a minute here. Um, okay. So, all right. So yeah, welcome to Big Jim's Blogcast Live. I'm just about to. I'm going to share this with everybody. All right. So okay. So I am going to hold on. Share on my profile. Share now. Public. Um, okay. Good. 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 All right. So. Okay. So. All right. So yeah, it's Big Jim Blogcast Live version 5.0 episode. Um, Superman, Man of Steel, James Bond 007. All right, Cigar Society of Toronto. Mm, Honest. Okay. All right. So, all right. Post. All right, there we go. All right, yeah. If you can see. All right. So, anyways. All right. So, okay. All right. Yes, you do. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Welcome to Big Jim's Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 240. It is Sunday, January 9th, 2023. I am just sharing this blogcast with uh, like a bunch of okay, the Almighty Van Halen. All right. Okay, the Ultimate Van Halen's fan club. All right. So, um, okay. So yeah. All right. Thank you for watching. Yeah. All right. I was just sharing a lot of stuff there. So let's see here. Share to a group. Okay. Bear with me now. Okay. So, let's see. Bond. All right. Okay. All right. Bond. All right. All right. Okay. Great. Anyways. Well, hello. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I know. It is, it's Big Jim Podcast Live. All right. And thank you for watching. I know if you're new here, Bella, Deborah, yeah. We are tonight. It is, let me introduce myself. I'm Jim. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 240. All right. Now, okay, Big Jim Blog. It is intro. Welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live version 5.0. Um, all right. So, uh, all right. Mm. Okay. Yeah, Big Jim. We're at Big Jim Blogcast Live version 5.0, episode 240. Big Jim Blogcast Live airs Sundays on Facebook and the occasional Fridays and Wednesdays. We're now in our 5th year as Big Jim Blogcast Live, debuted back in 2018. Now, Big Jim Blogcast Live does craft beer reviews, over 200 and counting. Um, from craft breweries right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, and from across Ontario to across Canada and across the U.S. We're pairing it with a good cigar and spirit. We've got Gibson's finest whiskey here, plus Rocky Patel cigar. Plus our craft beer for tonight is called Sixers Saison by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. We'll get to that in a minute. All right. So anyways, yeah. So like I said, we pair it with a cigar and spirit. Now, we talk Big Jim Blogcast Live talks about classic movie, classic TV, classic sci-fi, classic pro wrestling, classic sports, classic rock. This week in Van Halen history, classic albums, local events in and around near you, birthday shout-outs, countdowns, retro, classic nostalgia, yesteryear are the buzzwords here. Big Jim Blogcast Live is seen you in the U.S. and Canada and also worldwide, from the U.K. to Australia to Mexico, France, Spain, Germany, and so on. Thank you for watching. Tune in, turn us on. Enjoy the show. We don't talk about personal lives, politics, or religion here. Feel free to comment. Excuse me. Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. Like us, share us, subscribe to us. As Big Jim Blogcast Live is on Spotify, Anchor, FM, wherever you listen to your audio podcast, as well as Big Jim Blogcast Live YouTube channel. So, all right, and bongo solos. All right. All right, there we go. So, and cheers, and here we go. So, all right. So, yes. So, and who doesn't love Andy Gibb? Right on. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing? Welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live version 5.0. Do some more sharing to a group. All right. So, yeah. Classic TV from the 60s, 70s, 80s. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So, yeah, it is. Yeah, I know you are. All right. So, it's Big Jim Blogcast Live. I'll get in my disclaimer. You may say a few you may hear me say a few bad, dirty words like shit, damn, screw, the F word. So deal with it. Go into your safe space. Get a Kleenex because you may hear those words often tonight. So like I said, bongo solos right now. So we're gonna get on tapped. What's on tap for tonight is our birthday shout outs. We're gonna cube the Rubik about 3 times tonight. I'm attempting to get a side 20 turns. We're going to get some countdowns, local events. We're talking about Superman 3. I've got the movie on right now. Plus about 5 different kinds of kryptonite, what it is. Classic canceled TV, Tales of the Gold Monkey, a one-hit season wonder. Former pro wrestler Black Bart. Return of the Jedi's Lieutenant Endicott. Classic Bond villain Hugo Drax. Our hockey card hero, Luke Glendening. Our classic album, Andy Gibb, Shadow Dancing. And this week in Van Halen history. But let's we'll get to all that. Thank you for watching Big Jim's Blogcast Live. All right, so here we go. All right. So anyways, as I light this up, I'm going to, okay. So, all right. All right. We've got a good cigar here from our, all right. So we got, this is, wait a minute. All right. All right. This is a Rocky Patel Vintage Cameroon. I got it at the Riverfront Cigar Store here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. What am I missing here? James Bond, Superman, Andy Gibb, right on. Can't ask for a better combination than that. But tonight's craft beer, and I'm accompanying it with Gibson's Finest Whiskey. It is called The Big Family. It is Sixer Saison. It is a nice Belgian-style Saison. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Now, let me explain to you how I do this. I'm trying it for the very first time on this blogcast. So, and I even got their glass here. So, I'm going to fill it up. Now, my rating system, I rate it out of 10. There we go. There's the whole can. Ooh, look at that. Oh, look at it stop. Look at that. Anyways, yeah, so that's Big Family Brewing Company. Now, I'm trying it for the very first time on here. I'll wait till like the head settles down here. I do give this beer a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here, you still are sticking around by the end of the blogcast, you can throw out your own number and see if it matches up with mine. So, all right. So, anyways, let's see here. If I can share to more groups. We wait. Well, we wait. All right. So, okay. LA Metal, Hair Glam, Scene, International Cigar Smokers. All right. So, okay. Okay. So the Gimmick Garage. All right. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So anyways, all right, now that that's settled down. All right. So like I said, Big Family Brewing Company. The beer is called Sixer Saison by Sarnia in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Trying it for the very first time. All right. Okay. Okay. Goes down smoothly. I'll give it that. Let's see if it... all right. From the sharing it with Gibson's Finest Whiskey. Oh, yeah. All right. Good combo there. Starting off to be a good combo. All right. So, okay. With a, like, Rocky Patel vintage cigar. So, anyways, yes. Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to top it up. Now, all right. Okay. So, let's top this up to the fullness. All right. So, anyways, yes, trying it for the very first time. Goes down smoothly. It takes me all through the blogcast to get a read on it. It is called Sixer Saison. Oops. All right. It is a Belgian style. Let me see here. What does it say on the back here? Belgian style saison refreshes after long walks with best friend or while taking on a waterfront views. Well, I'll be the judge of that tonight. So, Sixer Saison, Big Family Brewing Company. All right. So, and Big Family Brewing Company is located, they give you the directions on the back, at 45 Harbor Road in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. All right. Now, when I do these blogcasts, when I do these craft beer reviews, I don't go, wow, it's a very exquisite tasting beer, and it's very it's very humble, and it's no. I go with my gut on these things. And I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're sticking around, you can later on in the blogcast you can throw in a number, see if it matches up with mine. So, so far, so good. Good, great taste of beer. No unpleasant aftertaste. It does go down smoothly. All right. So, and you know what? If you're new to Big Jim Blogcast Live, you know what? Tune us in, say hi. We're worldwide now, with the UK, Australia, Britain. All right. So Deborah Parker, say hello. From Brooklyn, New York. Susan from Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Bella Adama, where are you from? Digital creator, right on. All right. So, anyways, we will get to some birthday shout-outs, but the first time tonight, I'm going to cube the Rubik, 20 turns. I'm trying to get the blue. Here we go. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. I almost got it. Almost got it right there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hello, Deborah. Okay, we'll put it back. That's I swear I'll get a side to it soon. Bongo solos. Boom. All right. So, anyways, like I said, what we got on tap, we're going to do some birthday shout-outs here from the January 23rd, right all up until today. Yeah, so what do we got here? So, all right. All right. So, okay. So, anyways, oh yeah. So we'll get to like Superman. We'll get to Tales of the Gold Monkey, Black Bart, Lieutenant Endicott, Hugo, Drax. We'll get to Luke Glendening. We'll get to This Week in Van Halen History, and what you've been waiting for, you female fans of Andy Gibb. As you can see right in the back there it is. There's his smile, drinking all that Gibbness. So, yeah. All right, so here we go with some birthday shout-outs. Before we do that, I want to remind everybody that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, audio podcasts, and all these audio podcasts you listen to. All these platforms you listen to your audio podcast, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching the Port Elgin groups, the Sarnia groups, like especially Sarnia Rocks, the Chain Reaction group, Glenn, great guys, great band there. All the pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups, all the hair metal, hard rock, classic rock, Van Halen groups, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, pro wrestling, Blogspot. Tonight, Superman, Chris Reeve groups, the James Bond groups, the Rubik Cube groups, and the Andy Gibb groups. All right. So thank you for watching. It is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 240. It is Sunday, January 29th, 2023. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. All right. Maybe I should put this over here. So, all right. So, anyways, here we go with some birthday shout-outs. All right. From the past week, January 23rd to 29th, Stephen Morrison, Denise Hudvanger, Paul Van Beers, Elise Brown, Donna Sherlock, Lisa King, Michelle Torrezon, Jeannie Babinem, Shannon McCreary, Heidi Jones, Eddie Fannengees, Dan Champagne, Joanne Hubbard, Keith Slager, and Keith Highgate. Happy birthday, everybody, from Big Jim Blogcast Live. Let's see. Share this to send in Messenger. All right, Keith. All right, hold on. All right, there we go. All right, there, yeah, oh yeah. All right. Oops. Okay, send in Messenger. All right. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, we're all right. So anyways, yeah. Let's see here. All right. So happy birthday, everyone. That's like Stephen Morrison, Denise Hudvanger, Paul Van Beers, Elise Brown, Donna Sherlock, Lisa King, Michelle Torrezon, Jeannie Babinin, Shannon McCreary, Heidi Jones, Eddie Fannengees, Dan Champagne, Joanne Hubbard, Heather Slager, and Keith Highgate. And if you're a fan, if you want your birthday shout out on Big Jim Blogcast Live, let me know. All right. All right. So, anyways, our craft beer for tonight. Well, we've got lots of bongo solos. All right. So, our craft beer for tonight. Hold on here. Let me page. Okay. So, anyways, our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey, is. Okay, good. It is called Sixer Saison. It is a Belgian-style brew, and it is by the Big Family Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, hello, Deborah. I know you're patiently waiting. Oh, yeah, top that up. All right. So, anyways, yeah, it's a good beer so far. No unpleasant aftertaste. It is like, you can taste the buckwheat in it. You can taste the malt. It's like, I got to give it a reading, like, all through the blogcast. I got to get a feel of it. And if you're still here, if you want to throw out a number out of 10 later on, please feel free to do so. Please like and share this blogcast all over Facebook if you feel comfortable. All the James Bond groups, right on. So, damn good. All right. So, anyways, oh yeah, you can see. I know you're waiting for it. I know everybody's waiting for it. You'll just have to be patient. So, drink in, soak up all that Gibbness, all that Andy Gibbness. So, with his fine hair and teeth, right on. So, yeah. All right. So, cigar. It is a Rocky Patel vintage, Connecticut, or no, Cameroon 2003 vintage. All right. So, we're going to get to some local events. We're going to get to some local events here now. Now, with like the past couple of years, COVID has like put a damper on all of our like all of our events worldwide, but that's over now. So it used to be the buzzwords were hiatus, canceled, postponed, rescheduled. So here we go with some local events. All right. So Yeah, we're Big Jim's Blogcast Live version 5.0, episode 240. It is Sunday, January 29th, 2023. Here we go. Saturday night dances, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Sarnia Legion downstairs. $7 cover charge. It runs through till February and March. They play classic rock and country. It's 286 Front Street North. Always a good time. Saturday, February 18th, 2023 is Full Petty Fever. That's a Valentine's Bash at Rustic. 8 p.m. Sarnia, Ontario, in Sarnia. Tickets www.ticketscene.ca. Saturday, February 4th, February 5th, Chain Reaction. They rock the Rustic in Sarnia. It's a $10 cover charge. Like I said, if you're a fan of Chain Reaction, great band. Glenn and the guys rock it up with 80s style fist pumping music. All right. Saturday, February 25th, 2023 at 8 p.m. is 80s Gone Wild at Rustic. Tickets are at the door. They are, you've got to go to the Rustic Facebook page for more info. Saturday, April 1st, 2023, Rustic, it's his second anniversary, featuring the Red Hot Canadian Peppers, a tribute to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Again, go to Rustic's Facebook page for more ticket info. Wednesday, February 15th, 2023, 7 p.m., live at the Imperial Theatre in Sarnia is Kim Mitchell. Tickets, tixhub.com, or go to the Sarnia Imperial Theatre Facebook page for more info. Friday, March 3rd, 2023 at 8 p.m. is Permanent Waves, a Rush tribute at Rustic in Sarnia. Saturday, February 18th, 7 p.m., Dirt Cheap, a tribute to AC/DC at Jeannie Gordon Hall in Wallaceburg, Ontario. Tickets $20 per person. Thursday, May 18th, 2023, Refined Fool downtown Sarnia has karaoke night. You got to go to the Refined Fool Facebook page for more info. And Saturday, February 25th, 2023, 8 p.m., The Mudmen at Victoria Hall in Petrolia. 441 Greenfield Street. Tickets on sale at the Victoria Petrolia Playhouse office. Go to their Facebook page for more info. Right on. So here we go. All right. Boom. Yeah. All right. All right. So there we go. Okay. All right. So before. All right. All right. It's a good cigar I've got here. Rocky Patel Classic from 2003. It is a vintage from Riverfront Cigars right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I've got my Gibson's finest whiskey here. All right. So, yeah. And tonight's craft beer, it is called Sixer Saison. All right. And, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very strong. Okay. So this is Sixer Saison. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. There's no unpleasant aftertaste of this beer. It is a Belgian-style Saison. It goes down smoothly. There's no unpleasant aftertaste to it. You've got to really appreciate. All right. So, yeah. So, and I do, like I said, it takes me all through the blogcast to get a read on it, to get a feel for it. I don't do the fancy this beer is you know the drill. I don't I just go with my gut on this thing. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, before we get to all that, we're going to get to some countdowns here. All right. All right. Valentine's Day is only 16 days away. Groundhog Day is only 4 days away. Spring is only 40 days away. St. Patrick's Day is only 47 days away. Daylight Savings Time is only 41 days away. Mother's Day is only 104 days away. Victoria Day long weekend here in Canada is only 112 days away. Father's Day is only 140 days away. Summer, everybody's like, if you're in Canada, but if you're outside of Canada, like if you're, summer's 142 days away. So I know we're all looking forward to that. So, Good Friday here in Canada is 68 days away. Canada Day is 152 days away. And the August long weekend is 190 days away. All right. Boom. All right. Bongo solos there. All right. We're going to be playing bongo solos. Bongo solos have returned for 2023. So, all right. Drink it all up. Soak it all in. All right. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, yes. And before we get going, I wanted to say that this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 240, Sunday, January 29th, 2023. I want to tell everyone that this blogcast, Big Jim Blogcast Live, is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, and all these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at YouTube. Plus, I'll give shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia, Port Elgin groups, all the Sarnia rocks, especially Michelle and Al. You guys rock. Just checking out a notification here. Plus shouts we go live like every Sarnia group, Chain Reaction, all the pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups, all the classic rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups, all the craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, sci-fi, pro wrestling, Blogspot, classic TV and movies, plus the Superman, Chris Reeve, James Bond, Rubik's Cube, and Andy Gibb groups. Right on. So thank you for watching. So here we go. All right. So. All right. Cigar, Rocky Patel, vintage. 2003. Our craft beer, accompanied by Gibson's finest whiskey. All right, so on the rocks, our craft beer for tonight is called Sixer Saison by the Big Family Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Trying it for the very first time. I gotta say, it's a good beer. There's no unpleasant aftertaste. It's a good, whether it's a good spring, summer, fall, or winter beer, I'll let you know throughout the blogcast. And I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here, so you're still sticking around, and you want to throw out a number out of 10, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. They're right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. All right, so that reminds me. So, all right, send messenger, Big Family Brewing. All right, there we go. All right, all right. So, anyways, yeah. All right, random bongo solo. Boom. All right, and so, okay, let's see what those notifications are. Okay, so, all right. All right. Okay, so yeah, we're kicking off Big Jim Blogcast Live, a three-parter on the Superman movies. All right, we have got, I'm watching the movie right now, Superman 3. So we have our six-part Superman series, first with the Superman Christopher Reeve era. Now we're on if you caught it last week, I reviewed Superman 2. We've got, okay, well, whoa, let me, all right. So let me, okay. It is called Superman 3. There we go. Chris Reeve. Okay. So, all right. Okay. Okay. So, anyways. All right. So, anyways, it is called Superman 3. And I've got it on right now. As you can see, it was released January 17th, 1983. It's a three-parter in the, sixth part of, the Superman movies. Now, it was released June 17th, 1983 with a budget of $39 million. It made twice that in box office, $80 million. Now, the cast, we've got Christopher Reeve as Clark Kent Superman. Richard Pryor, pictured here with Superman, as Gus Gorman, computer expert. Plus, returning for the Superman series are Jackie Cooper as Perry White, Mark McClure as Jimmy Olsen, Margot Kidder as in a reduced role, as Lois Lane. We've got, all right, Robert Vaughn. All right, there's Robert Vaughn right there as Ross Webster. Annie Ross as Vera Webster, his sister, right here. And Pamela Stevenson as Lorelei Ambrosia. And we've got a new girl, Annette O'Toole as Miss Lana Lang. So, now, okay, so I've got it on right here. Basically, the plot premise. Unemployed computer programmer Gus Gorman gets hired so Gus Gorman, pictured here, all right, gets hired on as by a Metropolis-based company, Websco. He embezzles money from his employer, CEO Ross Webster, blackmails Gus to help build a supercomputer to manipulate a satellite to destroy the Colombian coffee crop because they don't agree with his agenda. Clark Kent convinces Perry White to let him visit Smallville for Clark's high school reunion, 30th annual, I believe. Lois Lane leaves for a Bermuda vacation. Superman puts out a fire at a chemical plant. Clark, while in Smallville, he's at the reunion, reunites with Lana Lang. Superman saves her son from a combine. All right. So, all right. So here we go. Superman neutralizes a storm in Colombia. Ross orders Gus to create kryptonite. Gus does that. There's an unknown element in the kryptonite, but Gus substitutes tar for it. At a Smallville town celebration, Superman is honored. Here's the scene there. Gus impersonating an army officer. It gives Superman the kryptonite. There's no immediate effects, though. He is slowly becoming selfish, suffers a nervous breakdown. He gets drunk in a bar. He splits into two, like Clark Kent, the Dark Superman. They fight in a junkyard. Clark defeats Dark Superman, repairs for the damage he causes, battles a supercomputer. Gus destroys a kryptonite ray. Lana Lang moves to Metropolis, gets a job as Perry White's secretary. Lois Lane returns from Bermuda with a story about Bermuda corruption. Superman undoes all his bad deeds, including the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Now, Superman, there's a reduced role for Margot Kidder here. And so, oh yeah, all right. And so, But absent is like Mr. Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. So gossip behind the scenes. Word has it that Lois or Margot Kidder and Gene Hackman were pissed off at the producers of Superman, the Salkinds, for like replacing directors at the last minute. So Lois Lane or no, Margot Kidder spoke out about it. Supposedly, her reduced screen time was the punishment. And Richard Pryor, one night at the Tonight Show, raved about the Superman movies. Oh yeah, they're great. I'd like to be in them. So he got, excuse me. So he got like a part on there. So he got a major part in Superman 3. The only thing, in my opinion, saving this, like, oh yeah, he's Superman right now. He's hitting on like Lana Lang. Yeah, yeah. Hey, baby, how's it going? All right. So, the only thing saving it for me, from being a total shit show, was the Superman Clark Kent like battle in the junkyard where he becomes like evil Superman, doesn't give a shit about anything or anyone. But that was fun. And for Christopher Reeve, that had to be like um, a welcome relief from like playing all the like yes ma'am, saving cats out of trees and all that shit. So all right. So anyways, yeah. So the movie ends with a happy ending. He saves he puts the Leaning Tower of Pisa back in his position, and he flies off. All right. But anybody, like I said, I touched on this like in like the earlier blogcast. Like, if you do not the Clark Kent Superman, the whole Clark Kent Superman identity thing, would you not know that you're like I don't know. Maybe it's like in the cartoon movie world, but in the real world, wouldn't you know that you're like if Superman lays waste to half the city, and your most important employee is missing for 6 or 7 hours? Wouldn't you know that? Like, I mean, but that's just me. So, and I did post several like Superman 3 clips and interviews on my blogcast page, my Facebook page. So look for it, like it. Again, the whole cast of like Superman 3. There's the like there it is. And there's like Mark McClure, Jimmy Olsen, Richard Pryor as Gus Gorman. All right, so Lois Lane as Margot Kidder. Not pictured here was Annette O'Toole as Lana Lang. Jackie Cooper as Perry White, editor-in-chief of the Daily Planet. All right. Missing was Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. All right. And so, yeah. So like I said, when he was poisoned by when he was given the kryptonite, it had no immediate effects. I had to relight the cigar there. So, anyways, yeah, it's our 3-part. We did Superman 1, Superman 2. Next week or the week after will be Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. We covered the Chris Reeve era, as well as a few other surprise Superman movies. Yeah, so like I said, I posted several. Oh, wait a minute. Fuck. Wait a minute here. Where'd that picture go? All right. All right. Just looking for it. Oh, yeah. It's right here. All right. So the different kinds of kryptonite. I've got green, white, blue, red, black. The green, it is severe muscle weakness, fever, and eventual loss of consciousness. And it turns a Kryptonian's skin and blood green. And white, it kills off all plant life. Blue kryptonite, it takes away temporarily all the powers of Kryptonian and Superman. Red, it puts a Kryptonian and Superman in a weakened state, odd behavior, bizarre transformations, sleepwalking, hallucinations. Black, black kryptonite splits a Kryptonian into two people, one good and one evil. So, yeah, so you may want to avoid, if you're from planet Krypton and you come to Earth, you may want to avoid all that kryptonite, unless you're like wearing a lead suit, because the only thing that can save a Kryptonian from kryptonite on Earth is lead. But here's the drawback: Superman, any Kryptonian with X-ray vision can't see through lead. So, yeah. So I posted the effects of the kryptonite on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So look for it. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Boom. Bongo solos there. All right. So, okay. We're having a good time. I know I've got a few people on here that are anxiously awaiting for me to talk about Andy Gibb. That'll be coming up. Drink. Meanwhile, look at the picture. Soak in all that Andy Gibbness. So, all right. So our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Gibson's finest whiskey. Hold on here. All right. Yeah. Our craft beer is called... All right, I'll top this up. All right. Oh, yeah. It is called Sixer Saison by the Big Family Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Trying it for the very first time. Man, I know. No unpleasant aftertaste to it. It's a good spring and summer beer. We're starting with that. I got to get a read on it throughout the whole podcast. There's no unpleasant aftertaste to it. It is a Belgian style beer. So, and I've got their glass here. Look how thick that is. Look how the viscosity, the transparent, the glow of it. So, all right. All right. And I do, like I said, I'm trying it for the very first time. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still around and you want to throw out a number that matches up with mine, if you please, you can feel free to do so. All right. All right. So, okay. All right. So, okay. All right. So, okay. All right. Yeah. So I was just doing a few technical things there. So, anyways, what do we got here? So, all right. All right. So, anyways, yeah. It accompanied by a Rocky Patel vintage 2003 cigar. All right, which needs to be lit up again. All lit up again. All right, so yeah, with a few random bongo solos tonight. All right, boom. Okay, so we get to our classic canceled TV show for today. Now, all right. So, anyways, it's called Tales of the Gold Monkey. This was ABC. It aired on ABC for one season, 22 episodes from December 1982 to June of 1983. The cast: Stephen Collins, was an ex-fighter pilot. Jeff McKay is Corky the mechanic. Roddy McDowell, Colton O'Heener. Now the premise: it was set in 1938. Stephen Collins plays ex-Flying Tigers pilot Jackie Cutter, operator of an air cargo delivery service on the fictional island of Boracora. His best friend was Corky, a mechanic. He had a one-eyed Jack Russell Terrier named Jack who wore an eye patch. There's more here. There's the cast right there. Now, he has the typical adventures throughout that. You can imagine that. ABC, like, this is a really cool show. And it only lasted like one season, too. So, Tales of the Gold Monkey. All right. Now, ABC put Tales of the Gold Monkey in the Wednesday night 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. slot. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. time slot. Now, here's the primetime schedule. They had like from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the 1982 and 1983 primetime television season. The Wednesday night CBS. Its competition mainly was CBS's like Seven Brides for Seven Brothers and NBC's Real People. Now, who remembers this TV show? Real People was the ratings grabber for NBC, or no, for NBC, which basically decimated like Tales of the Gold Monkey in the ratings category. Now, it ranked number 69, which means it's like less than like 10 million viewers were watching it. It wasn't good enough for ABC, so they canceled it after like one season, like after 22 episodes. That was enough for ABC. So, yeah, and it was created by Dan P. Belisario. You might, if you pay attention to the credits, he was responsible for creating Quantum Leap, Magnum PI, Airwolf, and later Jag, and NCIS. And so, all right. And so, yeah, okay. And I posted several promos and intro, like the trailer and several scenes from Tales of the Gold Monkey on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So look for it, like it. All right. So. All right. Oh yeah. Oh right. Can anybody guess? Okay. Now, can anybody? Oh yeah. Can anybody take a wild guess after? There was a hit movie that year that was it was a smash blockbuster movie. Can anybody guess what Tales of the Gold Monkey was took its inspiration from? Anybody? Guess? All right. Well, I'll tell you. Raiders of the Lost Ark. There we go. Also set in 1938. There we go. Yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark. So it's easy to see where ABC and the creators of the show took their inspiration from. Raiders of the Lost Ark. All right. Yeah. So not too much of a not too much of a stretch there. All right. So. All right. So. Which is too bad. Well, I mean, like Tales of the Gold Monkey. This was like an example. Like, there we go. There's the complete TV series with the cast, and there's the complete cast right there. All right, so. And as I said, I posted several clips from the TV series on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. Mm. 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 All right. So, anyways, yeah. Okay. So, random bongo solo here. Boom. All right. So, yeah. And before we get going here, we get into our like classic pro wrestler. Um, yeah. Our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey. Okay. Along with like our good cigar, our cigar here, Rocky Patel, vintage 2003. Mm, mm, mm. Oh yeah, on the rocks. Mm. All right. So, anyways, yeah, our craft beer for tonight. It is Sixer Saison by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Damn good beer so far. There's no unpleasant aftertaste to it. There is, you can taste a little bit of the malt in it. Good spring, summer, and fall beer. Don't know about the winter times. If you're in Canada, we all hate winter time here. If you're watching from like anywhere else in the world, snow is a bad thing. I don't like winter time. Neither does the rest of all Canadians. So, but yeah, look at that. Good spring, summer, and fall beer. No unpleasant aftertaste to it. Goes down really smoothly. Suitable barbecue beer. Barbecues. All right. And Big Family Brewing Company, located right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on the Blogcast, so if you're still around, sticking around, feel free to throw out a number. And, yeah, see if it matches up with mine. Damn good beer. And look at the... All right, look at that. Close up. Look at the thickness of it. All right, so... And, yeah, like I said, I've got all you ladies waiting for me to, like, talk about Andy Gibb. But look at that right there. Drinking up all that Andy Gibbness. Just drink it up with his hair and his perfect smile. So, all right. So, once again, I wanted to say to everybody that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, and all these audio listening platforms you listen to your podcast to. Plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. We are not spam. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Sarnia, Ontario, Sarnia Rocks. You guys rock. Michelle. Shane Reaction. Great band there. All the retro classic nostalgia group, pop culture groups, all the Van Halen, craft beer, or all the like classic rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups, craft beer, cigars, all the Star Wars sci-fi groups, all the pro wrestling groups, all the Blogspot, classic TV and movies, plus Superman, Christopher Reeve, James Bond, Rubik's Cube, and Andy Gibb. So, yeah. Plus a random bongo solo. Boom. It is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 240, Sunday, January 29th, 2023. Thank you for watching. All right. So, all right, we get to our, we're going to get to our, like, classic pro wrestler. All right. All right, so, anywho, all right. All right. So our classic pro wrestler for tonight, Black Bart. All right, look at that. Real name Richard Harris. He was born January 3rd, 1948 in Texarkana, Arkansas, in the United States. Build, weight and height, 6 foot 4 inches, 350 pounds. He debuted in 1975, trained by Charlie Fulton, Gene Lewis, and Junichiro Tenryu. Okay, so, all right. Now, from 1975 to 1989, he had like quite the career. Now he competes in Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, Georgia Championship Wrestling, Mid-South Wrestling, Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, All Japan Pro Wrestling, World Class Championship Wrestling, Universal Wrestling Federation, and the United States Wrestling Association. Now his major feuds with Barry Windham, Mike Rotunda, Ron Garvin, this dude, Terry Taylor, Chris Adams, Kerry Von Erich, Dustin Rhodes, Sam Houston, the Nasty Boys, Tommy Wildfire Rich, Jerry Lawler, Jeff Jarrett. Now, he moved from... Okay, now he was in the WWE, WWF, from 1990 to 1991. Sadly, he was mostly used as an enhancement talent, like a jobber. He feuds with feuds jobs to Shane Douglas, Tito Santana, Pez Watley, Jim Powers, this guy to your left. All right, Jim Powers. Tag teams with WT Jones and Tom Stone to feud with the Hart Foundation and the Killer Bees. Leaves the WWE. Goes to WCW in 1991. He feuds with the Junkyard Dog, Ricky Morton. Like I said, Tommy Wildfire Rich. He forms a stable called the Desperados with Dutch Mantel, Deadeye Dick, and they're searching for Stan Hansen. Now the gimmick is they're a group of cowboys. They walked around saloons, ghost towns, riding horses. Series of vignettes in WCW, looking for Stan Hansen. The angle was stopped after Stan Hansen wanted no part of it. He left for Japan. They were used as jobbers, and the stable broke up. Bart's last WCW match was August 24th, 1991. Now, from 1991 to 2006, he worked for Georgia Championship Wrestling. He returns to WCW for one night in November of 1995 for the 60-man three-ring World War III pay-per-view, and retires in 2006. Now, his major championships were, he won the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Championship. For the NWA, he won the Mid-Atlantic Championship one time. He was a one-time NWA Tag Team Champion. He was like a three-time U.S. Tag Team Championship for the NWA. And he won the NWA National Heavyweight Championship one time. And retires in 2006. Black Bart also feuded with Andre the Giant. Joins Jim Crockett Promotions. He also feuded with Tommy Wildfire Rich. Also feuded with Ole Anderson. Also feuded with Terry Taylor. That's all right. So, anyways, okay. And I posted several promos and matches from Black Bart on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So look for them, like them, look for it. I find them quite entertaining. All right. Okay. All right. Good cigar here. Rocky Patel Vintage 2003 from Riverfront Cigars, right here, right in the outskirts of Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. All right. Our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Damn good. All right. Our craft beer for tonight is called Sixer Saison. It is a Belgian-style brew. I'm trying it for the very first time. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Good beer, no unpleasant aftertaste to it. Good spring, summer, and fall beer. Good barbecue beer. I highly recommend it with doing the barbecue. And you know what? It's a good back deck patio beer. Yeah. All right. So, okay. And like I said, if you're still here and you're still sticking around, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you want to throw out a number, please keep, you know what, throw it out, see if it matches up with mine. So, all right. Okay. Let's see. Let's just check in here. All right. So, okay. Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So, anyways, there we go. Just okay. Okay. So, yeah. Checking out the notifications here. All right. Okay. Okay. So, all right. Okay, people. Yeah, random bongo solo there for you. All right. So, yeah. All right. I know everybody is waiting for me to talk about the all you ladies out there. I know, drink in the Andy Gibbness, like soak up his hair. Look at that. See, there we go. Yeah, right there, right there. Drink up the Andy Gibbness. Okay, so we still have Lieutenant Endicott, Hugo, Drax, the best of our classic Bond villain, our classic our hockey card hero, Andy Gibb, and This Week in Van Halen History. So, anyways, good cigar here. Wanted to tell everybody. So, yeah, we're not. All right, I'm going to tell everybody we're not spam. Big Jim Blogcast Live goes out on the audio version will go on later on Spotify, Anchor FM, all these audio listening platforms you're listening to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. And give shouts out for everyone watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, all Sarnia Rocks, right on. Michelle, you and Al Rock, good friends of the Blogcast. Chain Reaction, Glenn and the guys, good 80s hard rock band there. All the retro classic nostalgia pop culture groups. All the classic rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups. All the craft beer, cigars. Star Wars, sci-fi, pro wrestling, blogspot, TV and movies, classic TV and movies. And Superman, Chris Reeve. James Bond, 007. Rubik's Cube, and the Andy Gibb groups. Right on. So, okay. Say hi. Throw it out there. All right. So we move on to our... and we're going to move on right now to our... all right, what are we doing here? Our classic Star Wars character. He is called Lieutenant Endicott. from Return of the Jedi. Now, he only had one line in the movie. Inform the commander that Lord Vader's shuttle has arrived. And he says it was such he only had one line in the movie. He's Lieutenant Endicott. Now, he served aboard the second Death Star. As a docking bay tech. Now, he graduated third from his class from the Imperial Academy of Caridia. He was played by English actor Glenn Baker. Now, Lieutenant Endicott supervised a group of controllers maintaining the Death Star's surrounding space traffic. Okay. At the Battle of Endor, Endicott orders officers to destroy the Endor moon, relayed to him by Moff Jared and the Emperor. Before the order was executed, the rebels destroyed the Death Star, killing Endicott, the Emperor, Jared, and Vader. And it wasn't shot down by Luke Skywalker this time. It was like a joint effort by Rebel pilot Wedge Antilles and Lando Calrissian and Neon Numb. And I tried to find like anything on this guy on the web. Couldn't. Just basically I couldn't. He is Lieutenant Endicott, and like I said, he had one line in the movie: "Inform the commander that Lord Vader's shuttle has arrived." So, there you go. There's our classic Star Wars minor character for tonight. As always, if you're a first timer here at Big Jim Blogcast Live with movies, classic movies from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, from TV, classic canceled TV shows, one season hit wonders, 2 season, 3 season hit wonders, 4 season hit wonders. Later on, as the year progresses, we're going to do 4-parters, 3-parters, character actors. With sci-fi, our random Star Wars characters, minor characters, so forth. Right on. So, boom. Random bongo solos, because gongs are so 2022. We will get to all right. So, okay. All right. And we will get to our ladies. If you're patiently waiting, we will get to Mr. Andy Gibb. So soak it up, drink in all that Andy Gibbness. So, all right, come on. We're gonna save. We always save the best for last here. So, all right, all right. So, our craft beer for tonight is accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right, so. Oh, yeah. All right. So, our craft beer for tonight, it is called Sixer Saison by the Big Family Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Trying it for the very first time. So far, so good. No unpleasant aftertaste to it. Good spring, summer, and fall beer. Good back deck patio beer. Barbecue beer. And I do, like I said, I do give it a rating out of 10. But look at that. Look at that. I even got their glass. It is, yeah. Can't find a single negative thing about it. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast, so that if you're still here during the end, I'm going to throw out a number, rating it out of 10. So if you want to, throw out your number, see if it matches up with mine. But good beer. It is Sixer Saison. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. So if you're still here, feel free to throw out a number, and if it matches up with mine, right on. Good cigar here. All right. So, yeah. All right. All right. Inform the commander that Lord Vader's shuttle has arrived. Yeah. So, Like I said, I couldn't find anything on YouTube about Lieutenant Endicott. He's a hard guy to pin down. So, anyways, oh yeah, random bongo solos. All right. So, okay. We get from, all right, from the essential bond. All right. Oh yeah. All right. So we have Mr. All right. So from the essential bond, we have Mr. Hugo Drax. All right. I'll hold. And here we talk about. All right. So our classic Bond villain, all the Bonds like from Sean Connery, George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton to like Pierce Brosnan. It's the classic 007. So we talk about classic villains, 007 villains, and Bond girls. Now we talk about yes, we're disqualifying the other Bond era. What's his name? Name escapes me. So okay, who was the like? Who was oh god, I'm having a brain fart here. Somebody throw out that name of the current Bond. Anyways, we're disqualifying him. He's not classic. But I think he's finished his role. Come on, somebody help me out here. All right, so, and here, like, okay, from the Roger Moore era, he is from the, okay, so, he's from the movie Moonraker. Oh, God. All right, he is called Hugo Drax. He's a classic 007 Bond film. He appears in the Bond film Moonraker, played by Michael Lonsdale, by the late Michael Lonsdale. As you can see right there, there we go. His name will come. Okay, so career. He's a billionaire. He owns Drax Industries, a private company which builds space shuttles for NASA. He is an accomplished pianist. Now his career objective, aim, goal. He wants to destroy the entire human race except for a certain select group of humans, male and female. They leave Earth and live in the space station. He would use chemical weapons from his chemical plant, the Black Orchid, to wipe out all humanity, dispensed all over the Earth. And when it's safe, when the chemicals have worn off, he's going to repopulate the Earth. Drax and his master race would repopulate the Earth. All right. So, yeah. So, typical of Daniel Craig. Yes, that was... We disqualified Daniel Craig. We only... Yeah. So, that. From Connery to Brosnan, and in between, yeah. So, there we go. Daniel Craig. Now, how you stop by Bond... Now, 007 Bond and CIA agent, Bond girl, Dr. Holly Goodhead. Oh, fuck. I don't have her picture. Stop Drax with the U.S. Marines' help in a laser battle. That kills Drax master race, and Bond shoots Drax with a cyanide tip dart and ejects him into space by the station's airlock. So... That's how Hugo Drax was killed by Mr. Bond. Now here's a scene. There we go. There's Roger Moore and Michael Lonsdale. Roger Moore is Bond and Michael Lonsdale is Hugo Drax. There we go. That's our. And I posted more info on Hugo Drax on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. He is in the Roger Moore era of James Bond from Moonraker. Moonraker, as you would have guessed, if you've seen the film, it draws its inspiration from, guess, anybody? 1979. Anybody take a guess? Star Wars. So, all right. From the Essential Bond, from covering from Connery to Bosnan, is classic Bond villain Hugo Drax. Right on. And so, all right. So, there we go. Okay, there he is. There's our classic Bond villain for tonight, from the Roger Moore collection. All right, so. All right, so, anywho, yeah, and like I said, I posted several of his promos of Moonraker, Hugo Drax in action on my Blogcast page and my regular Facebook page. So like it, look for it. Yeah, all right. That was from the Essential Bond. Okay, so, all right. All right. All right. So, anyways, yeah, I've got the rest of the Superman 3 movie right there on there right now. Okay. Good cigar. It is a vintage 2003 Rocky Patel. Got it right here from Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, Riverfront Cigars. Big shout out to them. All right. So, random bongo solos there. All right. I see how somebody's already thrown a number. And from Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, thank you. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. All right. And so before we get to that, before we get to our hockey card hero, before we get to our This Week in Van Halen history, we've got Andy Gibb coming up. So all you ladies out there, look at that. Drink in the hair, the smile, all that Andy Gibbness. Drink it all up, soak it all in. Be patient. I'm going to save the best for last here. All right. As once again, Big Jim Blogcast Live. We're not spam. We go. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, all these audio listing platforms. You'll see your podcast too. Yeah. We go live later and later on my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. All right, and I want to give shouts out to watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, Sarnia Rocks especially. Michelle, you guys rock. Chain Reaction, great band there. True Fire, great band there. Local band. Cold South, local band, good kick-ass local band there. All the pop culture, retro, classic, nostalgia groups, all the hard rock, classic rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups, all the craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, sci-fi, pro wrestling, Blogspot, blog groups, all the classic TV and movies groups, Superman, Chris Reeve, James Bond, Andy Gibb, Rubik's Cube. Thank you for watching. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 240 is Sunday, January 29th, 2023. All right, so our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Where is he? All right. Okay. All right, so our craft beer for tonight, it is called Sixer Saison by the Big Family Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying it for the very first time. Well, I know, and I don't get it either. His story doesn't have a happy ending, but with this beer, you may have a happy ending. Like I said, trying it for the very first time. It goes down smoothly. No unpleasant aftertaste. Good spring, summer, and fall beer. Good back deck patio beer. Good barbecue beer. Um, they tell me it's refreshing after long walks with best friends or taking in the waterfront views right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, or any riverfront town or city. So, and I do give it a rating out of 10 later on the blogcast. So I see Anne from Sarnia blew out like a number 8. We'll see about that, Anne. So, right on. Yeah, damn good beer. All right. So we get to our hockey card hero. All right, here's his hockey card. Luke Glendening. There we go. There he is. All smiles, good hair. All right, born April 28th, 1989, age 33 in East Grand Rapids, Michigan. 5'11", 194 pounds. Now in his junior career, like I said, I think, Sue, you've got other women that'll disagree with you on the Andy Gibb infatuation. Now, his junior career, he plays varsity hockey for 4 years at East Grand Rapids High School, was their leading scorer. University of Michigan plays 4 seasons from 2008 to 2012 of NCAA college hockey in for the Michigan Wolverines. Sophomore season, he's the alternate captain, plays 45 games, gets 7 goals and 14 assists in those games. His junior season, he plays 44 games, 8 goals, 10 assists. Senior season, plays 41 games for 10 goals and 11 assists. In his pro career, June 19, 2021, AHL team Grand Rapids Griffins signed him to a 1-year contract. For the 2012-13 AHL season, he plays 51 regular season games. July 5th, 2013, Detroit Red Wings signed him to a 1-year contract. His NHL debut was on October 12th, 2013 against the Philadelphia Flyers. April 5th, 2014, Detroit Red Wings signed him to a 3-year contract, sets franchise records for a rookie record, playing the most games without a goal in 52 games. July 14th, 2016, Red Wings signed him to a 4-year contract extension. March 10th, 2020, he plays his 500th career NHL game for the Red Wings. Now, July 28th, 2021, he's a free agent. He signs with the Dallas Stars to a 2-year, $7 million contract. Still with the Dallas Stars. Now, I posted several of his highlights on my Facebook, on the Blogcast page of my Facebook page. There we go. Luke Glendening. There's his hockey card. There's his stats on the back there. There we go. That's our hockey card hero for tonight, Luke Glendening. All right. Okay. And yeah, he was quite the brawler. Yeah, so, all right. Random bongo solo there for everybody. All right, so now before we get to our classic album, all right, I know everybody's been waiting for it. All you ladies have been waiting for it. I've got a good cigar here. Vintage Rocky Patel 2003. All right. All right. So, yeah. Good cigar. I'm combining it with like Gibson's finest whiskey. All right. With tonight's craft beer, tonight's craft beer review, it is called Sixer Saison by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Trying it for the very first time. There's no unpleasant aftertaste to it. It goes down really smoothly. I can say that I've got one of their glasses here. Look at that. Um, it's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. Yeah. It is suitable for barbecues on the back deck with your buddies, patio, after coming back from a sporting event, watching hockey games. Like I said, good spring, summer, and fall beer. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. I see a few people have thrown out some numbers. I do give it a rating out of 10. So if you're still here, you want to like throw out a number, feel free to do so. We're all about audience participation here at Big Jim Blogcast Live. Mm, mm, All right, damn good beer. All right. And as always, please drink responsibly. All right. Oh, yeah. All right, random bongo solo here for everybody. All right. Now, I know all you ladies have been waiting for our classic album, Andy Gibb, Shadow Dancing. Before we get to that, I know, I just saved the best for last. Now, I want to remind everybody that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, and all these audio listing platforms. You'll see your podcast too. Plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. Giving shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. You guys rock. Michelle and Al, Chain Reaction, great band there. True Fire, great local band there. Cold South, great local band there. All the retro classic, yesteryear nostalgia pop culture groups. All the classic rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups. All the craft beer, cigars. All the Star Wars sci-fi groups, pro wrestling. All the blog groups. All the classic TV and movie groups. Superman, James Bond, Rubik's Cube, and Andy Gibb. Right on. So you guys rock. Remember, we're not spam. Like us, share it, subscribe to us. Okay. All right, ladies. We get to all you Andy Gibb fans. We get to oh yeah. All right. We get to this guy. Okay. All right. Look at that. Drink it all in. All right. Look at his hair, teeth, all the oh yeah, all the hairy chest there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Drink it all in. Now, this. All right. So, anyways. All right. So, anyways, ladies, all you people, all you ladies, we got our classic album for tonight. I found this in Goodwill. Look at that classic album, Andy Gibb, Shadow Dancing. No information on here, but it was released June 1978 in the U.S., recorded in between December of 1977 and February of 1978 in Los Angeles and Miami. Now, it was produced by his older brother, Barry Gibb. Now, if you don't know, all right, so here's his older brother, Barry Gibb. All right. All right, look at that. All right, there we go. There's Andy Gibb with his brothers. All right, so yeah, this is Andy Gibb's. It was produced by older brother Andy Gibb, Albie Galuder, and Carl Richardson. So, all right, art direction Glenn Ross, album design Tim Bryant and Gribbett, photography by Gary Heary. Also available on 8-track and cassette. So. But yeah, side one, we've got Shadow Dancing, Why, Fool for a Night, and Everlasting Love. Our Love, Don't Throw It All Away. Side two, we've got One More Look at the Night, Melody, I Go For You. Good Feeling, Waiting For You. The band, Andy Gibb, of course, on his backing band, Andy Gibb, of course, on lead vocals, guitar. Lead vocals. Just doesn't play an instrument on the album. Joel Bartley, electric guitar Joey Murcia, all acoustic guitars Tim Renwick, keyboards George Bitzer, drums Tubby Ziegler, bass guitar Howard Coward, percussion Joe Lala, synthesizers Albie Galutin, and guess who makes an album appearance on here? Don Felder of the Eagles. Why? I mean, okay. So look at that. Now, Shadow Dancing was like Andy Gibb's highest charting album. The track Shadow Dancing spent 7 weeks at the number one on the U.S. Billboard singles charts. According to Billboard's book of hits, Andy Gibb is the first solo artist in the U.S. to have 3 number one pop chart hits, to have 3 number one pop, like 3 number one songs, hit singles to hit the number one spot. Now here's the back of it. Like, there we go. Drink it all in, ladies. All right, there you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, just look at that hair. Drink in all that Gibbness. Drink in the Andy Gibbness. All you ladies there. There we go. All right, so anyways. All right. So, yeah. All right. Now, it doesn't... His big brothers were the Bee Gees. Okay? And so, there we go. There's them right there with their little brother, Andy Gibb. There's Maurice, Robin, and Barry. All right. So, it's not a happy ending to Andy Gibb's life. He was heavily like into the nose. Well, heavily into drugs. No secret that Andy Gibb was heavily into coke. And yeah. But yeah, his career was on the upward trajectory, like like really going up by this time. His brothers were. Who doesn't know where his brothers were equally successful? They had their own thing going on with this Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. Any of you kids know what this is? It's an 8-track. Look at that, 8-track. There we go. This was in the 70s. I found this at like Value Village. Holy shit, for $2. They were going strong with Saturday Night Fever at the time. So, and Big Brother Barry Gibb, like with all the songs on here, Barry Gibb wrote most of side 2. For side 1, Shadow Dance was written by Andy Gibb and the Family, like that's the Bee Gees. Y was written by Andy and Barry Gibb. Our Love, Don't Throw It All Away was written by Barry Gibb. And Everlasting Love was also written by Barry Gibb. So here it is. Here's another. Oh yeah, look at that. Drink it all in, ladies. Come on. I know you want to. So there we go. There's like, all right. Like I said, it didn't end well for Andy Gibb. He would later enter into a romance with like Dallas star Victoria Principal, way older than like Andy Gibb. But they broke up because you know what? She said, he was like I said, he was a cocaine user, and she said basically, hey, it's the drugs or either me. And unfortunately, when the hottest actress of the day, in a hit primetime TV series, tells you it's either me or the drugs, you do the sensible thing here. But he did not. So, but yeah, there they are. There's the happy couple right there. There's Mr. Gibb and all of his like Andy Gibbness goodness there. So, all right. Yeah, so, and there's him with his family, Andy, Barry, Maurice, and Robin. Barry is like got the full head of hair with the chest going there, like with the gold chains, so anyways, all right, and so, yeah. Our love, don't throw it up. I posted several of his songs, Shadow Dancing, and one more song on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So, all right. So, all right. There he is. All right. So, and there's the album, Shadow Dancing. It's classic Andy Gibb. All right, what you've been waiting for. Just drink that all in, ladies. Look at that. The smile, the hair, the chest, the shirt on the back. Ooh, yeah, the mystique. All right, so there you go. All right. And so, like I said, I posted several of his songs from that album on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So look for it. Also, the brothers were going big with with their career, so they decided to help out their little brother. So anybody, if you know what this is, then So all right. Ooh, that was a mouthful. That was a lot to take in right there. Mm. 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 Excuse me. Good cigar here. Rocky Patel Vintage from 2003. Mm. Mm. Just checking out the notifications here. All right. So, anyways, all right. Random bongo solo here for everybody. Boom. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Now, before we get to my most favorite time in the blogcast, I got to tell you, besides the cigar, I've tonight's craft beer, a company. Oh yeah. All right. So, before it's Gibson's finest whiskey. Um, mm, mm, mm. All right. It is called It is called Sixer Saison of the Big Family Brewing Company, right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Trying it for the very first time. All right. So, yeah. Deborah, I hope you've enjoyed our segment on Andy Gibb. Susan Ann. All right. Look at that. It is called, the craft beer of the night is called Sixer Saison by the Big Family Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. May have to take a bathroom break, so you're forewarned. Now, this beer, it's a good beer. It goes down smoothly. There's no unpleasant aftertaste. It's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. So on the back deck, when you're on the back deck with your buddies, this is the beer for you. Good beach beer. Oh yeah. Yeah. And I do give it a rating out of 10 later on the blogcast. So shortly, I will give it a rating out of 10. So if you're still here and I see people have thrown out their numbers, please feel free to do so. We're all about our audience participation here at Big Jim Blogcast Live. So, all right, before we both get to my most favorite time in the blogcast, all right. So, want to give you guys a random bongo solo. Boom, boom, boom. All right. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 240. It is Sunday, January 29th, 2023. All right. All right. So anyways, yeah. Before we do that, before we move on to my most favorite time in the blogcast, I want to remind everybody Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Anchor FM, Apple Podcasts, all these audio listing platforms where you listen to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. Shouts out to everybody watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. Thank you. Chain Reaction, great band there. Cold South, great band there too. True Fire, all the retro classic nostalgia pop culture groups, all the classic rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups, all the craft beer cigars groups, Star Wars, sci-fi, all the pro wrestling groups, classic or the blog groups, classic TV and movies, plus Superman, James Bond, 007, Rubik's Cube, and Andy Gibb. All right. So we're going to do one more. Cube and the Rubik. I'm trying to get the blue side here. 20 turns. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And this is what I got so far with the blue. Fuck. All right. So that's done. Over with for later on, for tonight. Yeah. So anyways. All right. So. All right. So now we do get to our most favorite time in the blogcast. It is called This Week in Van Halen History. All right. All right. And we cover from January 23rd to 29th. Okay, so here we go. January 23rd, 1990, Hank Williams releases the song Almost Persuaded featuring Sammy Hagar. January 23rd, 2015, Edward Van Halen and Janie Van Halen are seen at Los Angeles Airport in LA, California. January 24th, 1995, Van Halen released their album Balance. Look at that. January 25th, 1984, Van Halen plays Barton Coliseum in Little Rock, Arkansas. January 25th, 1988, David Lee Roth presents the Award of Merit to the Beach Boys at the 15th Annual American Music Awards. January 25th, 1982, Sammy Hagar plays Colston Hall in Bristol, England. January 26th, 1955, Edward Lodwick Van Halen is born to Eugenia and Jan Van Halen in Amsterdam, Holland. Cheers to you, Mr. Van Halen. Unfortunately, he passed away in October of 2020. He was 65 years old at the time. He would have been 68 years old if he had turned if he had lived today. So, cheers to you, Mr. Van Halen. January 26, 1988, David Lee Roth releases his solo album Skyscraper. Also available on cassette. All right. January 26, 1995, Van Halen rehearses for a secret show at the Luxor Theater in Arnhem, Holland. January 27, 1978, Van Halen plays a Snowcrest Lodge in Mount Baldy, California. January 27, 1985, Sammy Hagar plays Nicholson Pavilion at Central Washington University in Ellensburg, Washington. January 28, 1985, David Lee Roth releases his first solo EP, Crazy from the Heat. January 28, 1982, Van Halen attend the first night of the San Reno Music Festival in Sorrento, Italy. January 29, 1996, Alex Van Halen and Eddie Van Halen present the award to favorite female pop artist to Mariah Carey at the American Music Awards. And that, my friends, is all for this week in Van Halen history. Boom. All right. Okay. All right. So, go from that. I may have to take a bath. Oh, fuck. All right. I'll be back in a few minutes here. Oh. All right. Okay. I am back. Yes. Okay. Because like this beer. All right. So that is all for this week in Van Halen history. All right. Right on. Okay. So. All right. Random bongo solo here for everybody. Boom. All right. So, anyways, I'm going to rate the beer in a few minutes, and I'm also going to explain my rating system. But I'm also going to give you guys an inspirational, motivational quote. The past is your lesson. The present is your gift. The future is your motivation. That's by Unknown. It's a good quote. Again, the past is your The past is your lesson. The present is your gift. The future is your motivation. All right. So, anyways, I am going. All right. So, okay, good cigar here. I've got that. It is a Rocky Patel Vintage Connecticut, 2003. I've accompanying it. Our beer for tonight is Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right. All right. So, we've established. All right. All right. It is called the craft beer for tonight. Trying it for the very first time. It is called Sixer Saison by the Big Family Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I see several people have thrown out some numbers. My last word on this, no unpleasant aftertaste to it. All right. So, Sixer Saison. Look at that. Look at the thickness of it. It's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. There's no unpleasant aftertaste to it. It does go through you though. It's a definite do again. I'm going to explain my rating system here. Before I give it. All right. So 8, 9, and 10. It's heaven sent. It's a classic, perfect. 6 or 7, it's a drink, do again. 5 or 6, it's a drink, or if I rate it 5 or 6, it's a drink at your own risk or peril. 1, 2, 3, and 4, the beer will turn an alcoholic sober. The devil won't drink it, and either it was brewed in a sewage plant. So there we go. All right. Like I said, it's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. No unpleasant aftertaste to it. It's suitable for the barbecue, hanging out in the back deck with your buddies. Look at the thickness. Look at that. All right. So, oh yeah, good. You can even put a lime in it to make it taste like enhance the flavor. But we're not going to do that. We don't do that here. Sixer Saison now. All right. So I am going to type in a number here. Nine out of 10. Oh man. Okay, you guys. I gotta say, there were some people that were close. Sue, you put in 8.5, and you put in like an 8, but 9 out of 10. It's a definite do again. It's heaven sent, instant classic, perfect. Anybody's watching the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, you got a winner here with Sixer Saison. 9 out of 10. Boom. Yes. All right. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, anyways, yeah. 9 out of 10. Sixer Saison. All right. Okay. Now, before we get like, all right. Yeah. Good. We've established that. All right. So, okay. So let's see here. Nope, not that one. All right. So before we get into like our thank yous and shout outs, several people like they've been asking me about T-shirts and merch. All right, here's like a Big Jim Blogcast Live mug, coffee mug. Suitable in the morning. But people have asked me about T-shirts. So, anyways, if you want a T-shirt like mine, or a T-shirt like this, baseball jersey with the logo in the front and the back, or a plain, all right, or a plain white T-shirt or any design, I'll show you this. All right, so, all right, with like plain white T-shirt or any color, with the Big Jim Blogcast Live logo. They are, oh yeah, one, boom, random bongo solo there for you. All right, they are $35 a shirt. That includes shipping and handling. It takes 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. I can't help that. Just email me on my Blogcast page, my regular page, with your particulars, what you want in a tank top, any size, any that. E-transfer me $35 or money order and I'll do my best to get that out to you. All right, so yeah, this is all right. All right, people. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right, that's it for me. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 240. 240 is Sunday, January 29th, 2023. Our beer for tonight, Sixer Saison by the Big Family Brewing Company, 9 out of 10. Yeah, we did birthday shout-outs. Stephen Morrison, Denise Hudbanger, Paul Van Beers, Elise Brown, Donna Sherlock, Lisa King, Michelle Torrizon, Janine Babinen, Shannon McCurry, Heidi Jones, Eddie Fanagese, Dan Champagne, Joanne Hubbard, Heather Slager, Keith Highgate. Our countdowns, our local events, Superman 3, different kinds of kryptonite. Our countdowns, local events, Tales of the Gold Monkey, classic TV. Our pro wrestler, Black Bart, our classic Star Wars character, Lieutenant Endicott from Return of the Jedi. Our classic Bond villain, Hugo Drax. Hockey card hero, Glendening. Our classic album, Andy Gibb, Shadow Dancing, this week in Van Halen history. I rated the beer 9 out of 10. Our inspirational motivational quote: the past is your lesson, the present is your gift, the future is your motivation. That's by Unknown. All right. Random bongo solos. All right. So, yeah. All right. Okay. You will not see me next weekend. I'll return the following weekend. February 12th, same time, Sunday, 7 p.m. Yeah. All right. Be good. Stay out of trouble. It's Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 240. Sunday, January 29th, 2023. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. Have a good week, and you'll see me the following week after. All right. Our classic, our craft beer for tonight. Sixer Saison by the Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. 9 out of 10. All right, people. I'm signing off now for Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0. I'm Jim, and hope to see you the following weekend after that. So, cheers, be good, take us out of here. All right. And so, anything I've forgotten, any shout outs? All right.